Hey guys, Toby here. Today is Maria's birthday. Maria who? You know who. Don't make me say her full fucking name. I will mess up, you will laugh at me, I will laugh at me, and cry a lot on the inside. Anyway, yes, I am going to make a video dedicated to this cat mom, because it would be fucking stupid if I didn't, considering I made two for two other characters and not do the one for the character that's badly drawn on my profile banner and avatar. So, what the fuck am I going to talk about Maria just a year before she's supposedly born? Well, I can't believe I actually have to say about twice to make that grammatically correct. If there's something I want to talk about her, there's an argument where I want to defend her. As you might know, Simfigure has quite the colorful cast. Literally. There's a gay hamster voiced by an adult child that somehow manages to be the greatest character that uses the power of friendship to strike through anything. A sword girl that suffers a shit ton of trauma yet finds a way to get out of the sheath. Haha, very funny. A hot-headed short stack that is also blinded by trauma that opens herself to be helped out to get out of her shell. Oh my god. A woman that has impossible cat hair who goes through a journey to become strong and supports others without a challenge, and two inseparable girls that open themselves to former adversaries by taking life-risking risk to protect them. Yeah, they already forgave us, but we don't feel forgiven ourselves, so every time we do something, let's make them worry for the sake of their well-being. Main Simfigure cast is great, and everybody is well received by the community. Thankfully, there's a lot of fan art of them for every character, but there's always going to be that one that falls in the bottom of popularity. So, I ask calmly, how in the fuck did Mario get the short end of the stick? Now, the major way I'm basing popularity of anime characters for this argument is with how much fan art exists with that character, whether in Danbu or Pixiv, and not Twitter, because I don't want to use Twitter. Because while popularity contests exist, those will vary, and I don't want to dig around looking for an actual Simfigure popularity contest to prove that Mario is underrated. I think basing popularity in fan art is reasonable, because the best the community shows their appreciation for characters through fan art, as it's easy to be noticed and the easiest to digest of most fan-made media. Let's take a look at Azure Lane for a moment. Which character does nobody shut the fuck up about? Prince Eugene. Look at the number of fan art she has in Pixiv and Danbaru. Then, which character is not talked about at all? Leander. Look at the numbers again. Now I know, popularity based on fan art isn't the perfect way to measure it, but popularity is subjective, so there'll be no perfect way to measure it. For Simfigure characters, Chris has over a whopping 7,000 submissions on Pixiv. You know how much Maria has? She only just hit 3,000. The next least popular in Pixiv is Shirabe, and she still has 3,700. That's still 700 more, and only increases then. Yeah, I know, Simfigure fan art is quality over quantity, and while Mario has the best ratio of good fan art over bad fan art, I like collecting art of her, but trying to see something new will take 30 submissions of every other character until I get to see her again. I would like to contribute to making fan art of her, but I'm not good at drawing, and I don't want to force myself to make shitty drawings for 5 years just to admire one piece that I made after all that hard work. Now I won't be able to influence anybody, so I'll be taking out this venom feeling with today's topic. 4 reasons why Mario shouldn't be underrated, or why she should have more appreciation. Let's get started right away. Like I said before, the main Simfigure wielders are all great characters. They're very well written for a show that is fast-paced and very action-packed. Though, that doesn't mean that their writing is devoid of flaws, because they definitely are, but that's not the point. I've appreciated Maria's character the more I rewatch the series. Sure, she was definitely the weakest of the new characters in G, but she definitely takes a huge turn from GX and onward. While her personal struggle is figuring out how to become as strong as Serena once was, she's the one character that helps her friends without a problem, something that Hibiki struggles because that's her entire character arc. Mario getting back into action, GX Episode 4 is probably one of the best moments of the season, as Mario finally gets into action for once. And even when she's looked down by Gari and Hibiki throwing her worst moment at her, Mario with blood-tearing eyes tells her, yeah, that's your Gungnir, so don't let your resolve be conflicted to the point that you can't use it. Mario holds this front to others, but not to herself, seen in episode 7 where she yells out her internal struggle, which she resolves from using her own words to help others. Then in later seasons, she continues to be what she was in GX. She takes a fucking risk to go into the back of her mind to find how the fuck Linker is made, so that she and her 2 lesbian daughters can finally go in the front lines without any more hiccups. She never really disciplines Chris, but that's because she doesn't need to, and instead, they sing the best duet of the season. Then, in XV, she's pretty much the only remedy for Tsubasa's suffering. Mari's pretty much always trying to give Tsubasa a grip, which takes a while, but hey, when she finally has a grip of herself, she finally does something we've been waiting for since the introduction of teleportation retreats. Mari acts like the commander of the gears who also fights in the front lines, and I really like that role given to her as it works, and it's something that I don't see often in anime. So while her character arc is more or less resolved back in GX, she's still a prominent character that's there to support the other characters. Adding on to my appreciation for Mari's role and character arc, I like her variety of personalities, if that makes sense. She's strict, but doesn't bring anybody down because she's caring, and she does show that side when in more relaxed situations, and it's not to say she doesn't get flustered. She's a mom. A good mom. But then again, if you don't like your mom and or brought nothing good to your life, maybe you shouldn't call her your mother. She's also not a horny mom like a bunch of other mothers in anime because she's gay AF with Tsubasa. She's platonic with mostly everybody in the series, treating Hibiki, Chris, maybe Miku with respect, Kirika and Shirabe with more care as she acts more like a guardian to them. But then we get to Tsubasa. She may discipline her a lot, but that's where she shows most of her soft side when she's not on the edge. Just look how they look at each other. Look how she grows red. Look at her feeding Tsubasa. Just. And then you can't forget how she acts in the OVAs, where that side of her is amplified to another level. Maria can be serious. The more you don't want to piss her off, then please step on me please. I said please twice. But when she's not serious, she can be the coolest chick in the house, or you want to be the one head patted by her. Then sometimes she can be embarrassed, which can make you feel I can't be alone on this, right? Well, of course not. Hopefully. I think what I want to say from all of this is that her personality doesn't go to any extreme, and she still shows that she's not perfect, but that feeling is not gonna kill herself. So to summarize, Maria shows different sides of herself and none of them go to any extreme, like literally every other character besides her. Maybe her tameness makes her underrated in the fan art department. Somebody's gonna be more popular when there's something more wrong in their head. Come on, she's hot. It should be no secret that Maria is the hottest living character in Symphogear. And I say living because if we weren't talking about Ashes, the title would go to Kanade, pun intended. Her hair resembles a fire. Oh. Maria's pretty much the standard for what I think is a hot anime girl in terms of appearances. A big bust, a long waist, them fucking hips, thighs are nicely thick, long legs, muscle, if they would ever show the lines of the abs or the biceps, which they don't, and a face that can give you different feelings depending how she makes it. To top that, she's what I think perfectly proportionate. Nothing looks too small or anything too big. The clothes she wears vary from being nice, elegant, and obviously hot. Now she has what you might call an odd fashion sense, but every outfit fits her well, maybe because it complements her absurd hair. Speaking of her hair, her gym outfit with her hair tied up to a ponytail is a sight to see. Then you have her in her Symphogear suits, and don't forget the official artwork of her. With the way she looks, it's surprising how less fan art exists of her compared to every other character. Though, that's probably the fucking problem, because what I observed from looking around the internet, nobody likes drawing anybody that's reasonably sexy. They tend to draw those that are less sexy and more cute, and if they are sexy, their hunkers better be bigger than balloons. Again, I'm gonna take examples from Azure Lane and include this monstrosity of a game. Take this woman and this other woman from the same game. What's more exciting? Of course, you'll think of that one, which is why she has a bucket load of more art than her. Lisa and Rosario are arguably the hottest characters of this dumpster fire, but Mona has an ass, and Ganyu, she's cute, maybe her bust, but her official art doesn't even show it. I'll say this now, I will never understand the amount of fan art she has. Fucking people, man. Finally, she's an adult. Wait a minute, I thought you were talking about why Mari shouldn't be underrated, not why she is underrated. Mari is an actual adult character that kind of feels refreshing among other female adult characters. The only ones that really exist these days are side characters as teachers or mothers, which teachers usually act like Christmas cakes where their personality is surrounded for craving a relationship, but nobody wants them, which I find fucking unbelievable most of the time. And mothers, who A, don't exist, B. Killed off for the sake of plot, or D. Are sexualized into a MILF to pander to the audience who likes them to get them to make a bunch of porn of them. Yippee. Like, yes, there's a teacher from Origari who's a great supporting character, but Origari is a sellout waifu bait simulator, a parent when she acts like a Christmas cake where she wants to be married, for the sake of getting the audience to remorse her for being alone or encourage them to ship her and Hachimon. Mario is an adult character that's not in the categories I mentioned. She's not old enough to be a Christmas cake, she's a mother figure that does not crave for any man, and while she still has a hot body, it's not like she's overly sexualized in the anime. Maybe. You could make Mario be like the age of 19, but the fact that they made her 22 is a big win because she looks and acts like someone who is out of high school. She's one of a kind, but as soon as her age was revealed to be outside the teens, that basically meant, oh, you're an adult, so I don't really care about you. Let me draw these high schoolers instead. Now I find that very annoying and could devolve into making this a big rant, but I'll spare that for a much longer and serious video. Even this is what makes her probably the least popular. I'm glad that Mario is an adult, so I can simp as much as I want as it follows my morals, and I don't have to feel creepy for, yeah. Well, those were 4 extensive reasons Mario deserves more attention than she might already have. She's someone that looks like she has a lot of attention, but because she's normally appealing in this godforsaken shithole you call the anime community, she doesn't have it as much as other characters. Maybe. I can't make a difference, but I will proudly argue over it, like what I just did. If anything, I was able to express my appreciation for Mario to my best of my ability. I feel obligated to do that for every character though, but I'm not sure. Don't expect it. But for now, that's all I have. Happy birthday to the not best girl but still great girl. See ya in a bit.